Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, respect, blessings, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. I also give salutations to the Lord's elect, waiting patiently for Yahweh Shai to come back, and also preaching the gospel of Yahweh Shai, of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I also give double honors to our apostles, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Was Abba Bivens Elijah? That is the question and also the title of this video, as this lesson will be about Abba Bivens. Now, without further ado, I'm going to get right into it. So, before I start this lesson, before you can understand, who's who, you must first understand that reincarnation is in the Holy Scriptures. Reincarnation is real, and there's no such thing as YOLO, which is an acronym for you only live once, as many people believe that. Okay, so reincarnation is real. Everybody has been on this planet multiple times before in the past. So, was Abba Bivens Elijah? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find the answer to that in this video. So, first off, I would like to start with Malachi chapter 4 verse 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Now, the first thing I would like to do, because it said in Malachi 4 and 5 that I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord, right? So the first thing I would like to do is look up the word dreadful. And trust me, there is a reason why I am looking up this word dreadful. So, for Elijah, so before the Lord come back, right? Elijah must first come, correct? Before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. So in other words, and by the way, to understand Malachi 4 and 5, you must also understand that Malachi 4 and 5 is talking about a prophecy that will happen in the last days. Okay? So, are we living in the last days? Yes, we are. Can we prove that Malachi 4 and 5 is talking about the last days? Yes, I can. So, it said the coming and dreadful day of the Lord, right? So it says, be afraid. So in other words, who the world called Jesus, when he makes his second return, right? People are going to be afraid. People are going to be in awe. Okay? People are going to be terrified. Now, who the world called Jesus, when he returned, when he came on this earth 2,000 years ago, did he bring dread? Did he bring fear? Was people afraid of who the world called Jesus 2,000 years ago? No. So Malachi chapter 4 verse 5 is not talking about 2,000 years ago. It's not talking about during the time of Elijah in the book of First and Second Kings. It's not talking about those times. When who the world called Jesus, his real name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. When he came 2,000 years ago, he did not come to bring dread on the earth. People were not afraid of who the world called Jesus when he came on this earth 2,000 years ago. Okay, he was harmless like a dove, like it tells you. harmless as a dove, and he was wise as a serpent. Okay, he fled from the scribes and Pharisees when they tried to kill him on multiple accounts. He fled from them. So who the world called Jesus, when he came 2,000 years ago, he didn't come 2,000 years ago bringing dread. Okay, let's figure out who the world called Jesus, right? Let's figure out what he did when he came on the earth 2,000 years ago. This is the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 48. And when they saw him, they being his parents, Yahweh's parents, Yahweh is who the world ignorantly called Jesus. His parents were amazed, and his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Behold, thy father, your father, and I have sought thee sorrowing. So they was worried about him because Yahweh just up and left. It says, and he, Yahweh, said unto them, How is it that ye sought me? Wist ye not that I must be about my father's business? So what was his business? What was the business of who the world calls Jesus? Because he said that he must be about his father's business, right? Well, what was his business? His business was preaching the gospel, teaching in the synagogues, performing miracles, like healing people of the palsy, healing the sick, the disease, casting out devils. Okay? Glorifying the Father in heaven. Glorifying his Father which is in heaven. Glorifying Yahweh, the Heavenly Father. That's what he came to do 2,000 years ago. He also came to be that sacrificial lamb. That's why he died on the cross. So Malachi chapter 4 verse 5 could not be talking about 2,000 years ago. And it's definitely not talking about during the time of kings, because obviously this was written in the book of Malachi. Malachi takes place way past the time of First and Second Kings. Okay. So let's figure out what Malachi 4 and 5 is talking about. Okay. Because when the Lord returns, it's going to be a great and dreadful day. It's going to be a day of terror. As just like we figured out when I looked up the word dreadful in the Blue Letter Bible Lexicon. So this is the book of Matthew chapter 14 verse 6. But when Herod's birthday was kept, right? It says the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod, whereupon he promised with an oath to give her whatsoever she would ask. And she, being therefore instructed of her mother, said, Give me here John the Baptist's head in a charger. And the king was sorry. Nevertheless, for the oath's sake, and them which sat with him at meat, he commanded it be given her. And he sent and beheaded John in the prison. So this is talking about John the Baptist. Now, the reason why I am bringing this out, and let me just finish up here before I explain. And his head was brought in a charger and given to the damsel, and she brought it to her mother. So John was beheaded in a prison, right? Now, there's a reason why I am bringing this out first. Because when we come over here, right, the book of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 9, and as many as came down from the mountain, Yahweh charged them, saying, Tell the vision to no man until the Son of Man be risen from the dead. Okay, and here's the point. And his disciples asked him, saying, Why then say the scribes that Elias must first come? And Yahweh answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things. Okay? But check this out. But I say unto you that Elias is come already. Now, when Yahweh said Elias is come already, who was he speaking about? He was speaking of John the Baptist. Can we confirm this? Yes, we can. Because let's just read. It says, and they knew him not. So they didn't know that John the Baptist was Elijah, right? But have done unto him whatsoever they listed. And we figured out what they had done to him, right? He was beheaded. Okay, and how did Yahushua figure out about it? Because it was told Yahushua, I believe, in this very same verse, right? Right here. And when Yahushua heard of it, so Yahushua, he knew that his cousin John the Baptist was killed, murdered. You know, his cousin was murdered, beheaded, in prison, right? So they done it to him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. Now that we have that out of the way, right? Yahushua, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, he said that Elias, John the Baptist, right? Because they understood, his disciples understood that he spake of John the Baptist, right? Now, Yahushua said that Elias is coming. So Yahushua, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, he knew that John the Baptist was Elijah, correct? So John the Baptist was already dead when they had this conversation. But then Yahushua went on to say that Elijah truly shall first come and restore all things. Now, you must ask yourself, why would Yahushua say that Elijah truly shall first come and restore all things? Why would he say this knowing his cousin is dead? Right? Who the world called Jesus, his name is Yahushua, he knew his cousin was already dead. So why would he say that Elijah shall truly come and restore all things? Why did he say that Elias truly shall first come and restore all things? His cousin is dead, right? He already knew that his cousin got beheaded in a prison, right? So why knowing that his cousin John the Baptist, who is Elijah in the reincarnation, right? Elijah, who is John the Baptist in the reincarnation, he knew that John the Baptist, who is Elijah, is dead, right? He already knew he was dead, correct? So why would he say that Elijah shall truly first come and restore all things? Why would he say that? What time frame was he talking about when he said that? John the Baptist is already dead, right? John the Baptist, who is Elijah. So what time frame was he talking about when he said that Elias shall truly come, which Elias is talking about Elijah, shall first come and restore all things? What time frame is he talking about? He's talking about the last days. Because after Yahushua's death, and then, they're during the dark ages and slowly we started to leave off from our customs, right? And we started becoming more and more like heathens. Even though we were Israelites, we started becoming more like heathens. So when Esau rose up into power, right? During the time of when we were calling ourselves Moors and black and Europeans and 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 then we were taken out of power and put into captivity, and our heritage was completely beaten out of us, right? Our heritage of being Israelites were beaten out of us. And then the physical chains came off, yada yada yada, and then and then we started being able to, then the 1980s came around, and none of us knew who we were. At first we were just being called colored folks, and then at first we were being called niggers, and then we were being called Negroes. And then we went from that to being called colored folks, and then we went from that to being called African Americans, and then we went from that to being called from being called Latinos, being called Mexicans, Native Indians, being called black people. So none of us didn't know who we were, right? And I'm just doing a little short time frame here, because after Yahushua's death, and you know, Jerusalem was taken down and yada yada yada, all the way up until now, right? Well, not now, but all the way up until Abba Bivens. So before Abba Bivens came on the scene, we were calling ourselves black, correct? We were calling ourselves African Americans. We were calling ourselves Moors, Muslims. We were calling ourselves African Americans. We were calling ourselves Mexicans, Puerto Ricans. We were calling ourselves Jamaicans, Haitians, Guatemalans, Panamanians, Uruguayans, Colombians. We were calling ourselves Choctaw Indians, Cherokee Indians, Dominicans. However, when Abba Bivens came on the scene, right, this whole Israelite thing, us coming back to the remembrance of who we are, that started with Abba Bivens. Okay? Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai woke up Abba Bivens and revealed these secrets to him. These secrets. The secrets of what? The mysteries of the scriptures. And guess what? Knowing that we're Israelites, that's a part of the secrets. Okay? Because prior to that, we didn't know we were Israelites. We were, before Abba Bivens, again, we were calling ourselves black. We were calling ourselves Haitians, Jamaicans. We were calling ourselves Puerto Ricans. Okay? We didn't know who the fuck we were. But guess what? When Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai woke up Abba Bivens and revealed these secrets to him, guess what? Abba Bivens, he passed these revealings down to who? His students. And his students taught it to their students. So how do we know that we're Israelites? How are we able to determine who the nations are in the scriptures? It started with Abba Bivens. So is Abba Bivens Elijah? I believe he is. I strongly, highly, truly believe that Abba Bivens is Elijah. Okay? If it was not for Abba Bivens through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, we wouldn't know that we're Israelites. Okay? The mysteries of you know, Babylon, you know, that was given to Abba Bivens. You know, Babylon being America, that was given to Abba Bivens, okay? A lot of the mysteries in the scriptures, a lot of them, was given to Abba Bivens. And he taught them to his students, and his students taught them to their students. So, who the world called Jesus, his name is Yahushai. When he said that Elijah truly shall first come and restore all things, it means literally just that. Okay? Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai have restored us to our heritage, starting with Abba Bivens. Okay? So I believe that Abba Bivens is Elijah. This truth started with him. The mysteries of the scriptures and the breakdowns, it started with him. It ain't start with nobody else. It started with him. It all started with him. Okay? Matthew 17 verse 11 and Malachi chapter 4 verse 5, these two precepts are are prophecies that are talking about which will happen in the last days. Okay? Because when Yahushua makes his second return, that great and dreadful day of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, that's going to happen in this generation. Okay? And Elijah did come back in this generation. And he did what he was supposed to do. He restored us to our heritage, and he also gave us the breakdowns. Well, you know, I'm not going to say us, you know, but our teachers, our great elders and our teachers, our apostles. Okay. Okay, he gave those breakdowns, the mysteries, the breakdowns to them, and then their students taught their students, and now they're teaching us. Okay, so I mean, it makes perfect sense. And like I said, if you don't believe in reincarnation, you're not gonna understand how Abba Bivens is Elijah and John the Baptist in the reincarnation. You're not gonna understand that. Okay, and yeah, I believe that Abba Bivens is John the Baptist. Okay, Elijah was John the Baptist. Okay, Elijah, he came back as John the Baptist in the reincarnation, and then when he died, he came back as Abba Bivens. That makes perfect sense. Okay, it ain't hard to understand, man. But there's your answer. Okay, yes. Abba Bivens is Elijah in the reincarnation, okay? And I truly and strongly believe that he was that man that the Lord said that he would send in the last days to restore all things, to restore us, to our heritage, to our customs, the high holy days, the keeping of the high holy days. I believe that all started with Abba Bivens, okay? Our customs, our heritage, who we are as a nation of people. It all started with Abba Bivens, who I truly and personally and strongly believe is Elijah and John the Baptist in the reincarnation. Okay. And, I broke it down, Elijah being John the Baptist in the reincarnation, and then John the Baptist coming back as Elijah. John the Baptist coming back as Abba Bivens in the reincarnation. So, Lord's will, Adam Ratazah, this video was edifying to you, brothers. I hope you understood breakdown, this lesson perfectly. I hope you brothers were fed. I just want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Okay? Okay, Barakatah Shamka Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai. This is the year 2020, the year of prophecy. Kwam Yasha'Allah. We're almost out of here. It's on to the next one. Shalom. And double honors to our apostles and also to our elders. And also double honors to Abba Bivens. Hey, may that man rest in peace, man. May that man rest in peace. Definitely double honors to Abba Bivens. Hey, and when Abba Bivens come back, he's gonna be blessed, man. Okay, Abba Bivens is of the elect, and when he come back, he's gonna be sitting on one of the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Well, Salakia. I believe I got a little too carried away there. That's not really for me to say. That's for Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai to decide, not me. I'm just a worm on the earth. Don't mind me. But Lord's will, this video was edifying to you, brothers. Shalom.